everyone, my name's Kristen and welcome to My Cathedral Garden. If you're new here, I'm a former elementary school teacher who is now a homeschooling mom to 4 kids. This year I have a 5th grader, a 3rd grader, a 1st grader, and a 4-year-old. Today I'm going to show you guys what we are using for math, which is Saxon Math. I'm using level 3 for my 3rd grader and level 6-5 for my 5th grader, along with utilizing Nicole the Math Lady this year for our teaching part of that. So I am not actually teaching their math. I am facilitating and helping when needed, but Nicole is the one that is teaching all the lessons via video through her website. So I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like and how it all works, and just kind of tell you what we do like and don't like, and you know, newsflash or spoiler alert, we love it all. Today because I am doing a collaboration with Christy from over at One Blessed Mess. If you have been around the YouTube homeschooling world, then you have definitely watched some of Christy's videos. She is a now I guess veteran homeschooling mama. She has documented her entire journey from homeschooling, from pulling her kids out of public school and on the first day of their homeschool journey, pulling out the camera and starting documenting. She is a wealth of information. I've loved watching her journey and watching her as she has grown and adapted as a homeschool mom, and just watching her precious kids grow up. So I am so excited today to be collaborating with her. Thank you so much, Christy, for joining with me today. One thing that's really neat about this collaboration today is that we have kind of the first 3 levels between the 2 of us of Saxon that Nicole the Math Lady teaches. So she starts out teaching level 3. Anything below that will be on you as a parent, but once they get to level 3 and beyond, Nicole has video lessons for every single Saxon lesson there is. It's amazing. So I have Saxon level 3, and then I also have Saxon 6-5, and Christy has Saxon 5-4. Really quickly, I wanted to go ahead and give you a look into Saxon Math 3 and Saxon Math 6-5, and just show you kind of what it looks like, how we set it up, and all of that good stuff. So I'm gonna start with Saxon Math 3. So I did not buy the teacher's manual for that, since I had Nicole who was going to be teaching it, which may or may not have been my downfall, and I'll explain why here in a minute. But I got 2 of these little books. This is part 1, there's another part, and inside of each of these is the lessons that the students will do, as well as their time, their speed drills and stuff like that, and any master copies. Originally, I just had my kiddo writing on the page in here, but that very quickly, I saw that it was not gonna work out just to keep it all in this one book, because since the top edges are perforated, then everything was starting to fall out and kind of get a little bit helter-skelter. So I just started pulling them out and putting each day's lesson in his little folder. So we have these folders that we use to put in all their work that is loosely in the appropriate day. So I've just written Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They have co-op on Thursday, so they're not here. I have Friday, and then on this side I have a not done section, and on the very back I have a done section. So that's how that is all labeled. And so for that day, my kids can just go, and usually it's not a lot in here. It's like their spelling sheet and a math sheet or whatever else might be loose. So they can go in here and grab. So say today it's Tuesday, he would go to Tuesday and pull out his math lessons from there and his speed drill. So Tuesday is lesson 48. And here is his speed drill for the day. Now, this Saxon 3 was made for the classroom. So, there's no differentiation. All the levels above that, above level 3, I believe are made for the classroom, and then there is a separate one for homeschooling. There's not a different one for this. It is just level 3. So It will have a front worksheet and then a side A and then a side B, which whenever I was teaching public school and I taught Saxon math to first graders, this is the side we would do in class after the lesson, side A, and then this would be what the students took home for homework. So how we do that here in our homeschool is I have him watch the video lesson, then he has to do all of side A after the lesson, and he will bring it to me once he's done. It's very easy for me to check right then. Like I said, I don't have the teacher's manual or anything, I just look over it and check it. And then if he has missed anything, I will have him turn it over on the back and we will work that specific problem out together, because normally whatever problems are on the front here, there is a similar problem with just different numbers or a different scenario on the back. So say he had trouble with the word problem on this front side. I would have him correct what he got wrong to begin with, and then we would go back here and try it again on the back. Okay, so the incentive is if he gets it all right, then he doesn't have to go and correct anything. He doesn't have to do the back at all. And the benefit also is if he is having trouble, I know exactly where that is, and he's not having to go and get bogged down by certain things or by doing a lot of problems. If he's got it, he's got it. And so that's how that works for our home. Now we're gonna look at Saxon Math 6.5. And when you order this, if you order the complete kit, you are going to get this. 3 of these. They are mammoth. All right, like I said before in the overview of Saxon Level 3, is that is meant completely for the classroom. There is no differentiation. Levels above that, this is Saxon Math Homeschool, specifically for homeschool. And that just means that the lessons are included inside of it. If you were to get the classroom version, it would come with just the problems that they need to work on, probably, and then there would be a script that the teacher follows in order to teach the lesson. That's just how Saxon works, no matter what you use it for, phonics or math or anything like that. But with Saxon Math 6.5, this is your teacher's manual, basically. The beginning of the lesson tells you how to do what it is they're asking you to do, and then you will have a lesson practice, and then you will have mixed practice. And I'm gonna lay this all out for you guys and do a quick flip through and just show you exactly what I'm talking about. But it just moves forward into there. So the other books are, there is a solutions manual. You are going to want this one. This tells you the answers, and it makes grading super duper easy, super duper fast. So I like that. And then this is the tests and worksheets. So all of your tests are gonna be in here. All of your speed drill worksheets are going to be in here. You just run them off and move forward. Like I said, this is a non-consumable curriculum. So if you have it for one kid, it goes to the next kid. You don't have to buy the book again or anything like that. I will say that is a blessing and a curse, because that means that they have to have somewhere to do their work, and it can be all helter-skelter. And one of the things that I did not really love was that they did not give a download or anything to have the papers that they wanted them to complete their work on. It is just in the back of the book, and you run off however many copies you want and go from there. So let me show you the solution we came up with. It is not perfect. I do wish that they provided a download, and maybe now they do and I just haven't seen it or found it. So let me know in the comments below if y'all know if they do or not. But let me show you the solution that we came up with for this year. Okay, so this is what we did. I have a binding machine, so I went ahead and printed out the copies that we needed for this year and put them in this notebook. There are 2 different copies we actually needed for each lesson. So I will open this up. There is a recording form B is what they call it. Here it tells you what all they're supposed to do. Now, we do not follow this to the letter every single time. You know, facts practice, mental math, problem solving, and you're supposed to be able to check them off as you go. We do facts practice. He does do his mental math now. He's just not checking it off up here. Sometimes I have him do the problem solving questions, sometimes I don't. It just depends. So at the beginning of every math session, I will have him sit down and have him watch the lesson, and then he will turn to the corresponding lesson in his book. So for example, today he did lesson 38. So he watched lesson 38 video, and then he turned to lesson 38 in the very big book, okay? So he comes to lesson 38. And then he will do all of the things I just said. You could do this one of two ways. You could have them do their mental math and facts practice and stuff before they even watch the video. It's up to you. It's just how we have done it and how it kind of works out. So he will do the mental math and he will just record it here. There really should be nothing that they should have to work out on paper. It's just getting them practice of doing math inside of their head. Okay, then you have the lesson practice. That is right here. And what that is they will go over the concept that they just learned for that lesson. So I do make him do every single problem that is in the lesson practice. It is usually not a lot, like it's numbered by using letters. So it's usually A through H or A through F. It's not a whole lot of problems. It's just enough to get their feet wet. After you're done there, you're still not finished though. You need to go on and do your mixed practice. And I have divided that up because that is an entirely different recording form. This sounds like a lot, I know. It really, really isn't. Okay, so I have that divided in his little worksheet. Let me open it up for you. All right, so here's this, the recording form B, where he does his mental math and his lesson practice is all right here. I then have just a cardstock page in the middle, right here, and that divides recording form B from recording form C. And this is what I do wish that they had as a download, because this was extremely hard to get run off to where it looked correctly. Let me get you a very clean sheet. We're actually, I'm about time to make another book. We're running out. It was really hard to get a clean runoff to where you could see all of the lines for the graph and everything. It does work, it's just not my favorite. So I do wish this was a download instead of a photocopy and runoff type of deal. So he will come back here and he will do his mixed practice. Now this is where I do not have him do every single problem. You can, but Saxon's very, very, very lengthy. And if they did every single problem, you might be there a while. So normally I just make him put his name, the date, and then the lesson so I know which one to check. And I will go through, and as you can see, I have circled different problems that I wanted him to do. I did used to just say, okay, do all the evens or all the odds. That still ended up being quite a lot of problems. So now I just go through and I will circle what I think he needs to work on. And because I do that, I'm able to see exactly where he's having trouble and make sure that I circle those until he has mastered that concept. Once again, this is all stuff that he has previously learned before. So it should be familiar. He is not learning anything new. I'm not having to teach him anything new, but I might have to remind him how to do some things. So I just go ahead, circle the ones he needs before he even starts, and we go on from there. And that's how it works for us. It keeps him motivated. It keeps him from getting bogged down and completely hating math time. And it just makes it easy. So that is definitely how it is working for us. So this is normally where I have Reed doing his math, and he's just using his little Kindle Fire tablet that's made for preteens and teens. And I'm going to show you how we pull that up. The Kindle Fire tablet does not allow certain websites, but Nicole the Math Ladies is definitely safe and it has no problem with it. So we will pull that up. Unplug it now, it should be fine. Yeah. And head on over
web browser.
To the web browser. We already have Nicole the Math Lady pulled up. Okay, so we are logged in. Hold on just a second, Reed. This is Reed's class. This is the class he is a part of, so go ahead and hit that, Rito. So he enters into the class that he's a part of, scrolls down. Keep on scrolling, buddy. And he enters the lesson number he is on there. He is on lesson number 38, so he's gonna hit 38 and go. And that will pull up the lesson, and then right here, either on the side, hold on, Reed, whoops. On the side or in the middle, it will pull up the video. We love Nicole's website. It is so easy to use and user-friendly. I wanted to head over there to show you the pricing information. I do have a referral link down in the description box below if you are interested. So there is single textbook access starting at $59. We of course needed multiple textbook access, which was $99 for the entire year. It starts with level 3 and goes through all of the grades onto Algebra 1, Algebra 2, Geometry, and even Advanced Mathematics. All of these courses have video lessons taught by Nicole with phenomenal teaching. She does such a good job, you guys.
Marked it off in certain increments, and I've got the letter A marked. Well, how would I determine what number that is? Well, first we have to establish, what does fractions and mixed numbers even mean on a number line? Well,
this, I cannot tell you how amazing it is and how much it helps me out as a teacher. Nicole is great. She is very easy to understand.
And she can have some very funny jokes at sometimes.
She does have very funny jokes, but not only that, she just makes math simple, I guess.
And fun and easy.
Fun and easy to do, and we really appreciate the option that she has created with this website, for sure. Do you like it? Do you like her? Is she a good teacher?
She is a good teacher.
She's a very good teacher. Alrighty, we're gonna finish up. Another thing I love is being able to have both boys working on math at the same time and saving time that way. So I will send the 3rd grader to his room with another device and he can watch his lesson easily.
Math lady, today we're working on, at least we're starting our lesson, talking about multiplying by 1. This is going to be like the fastest lesson ever. Here we go. Well, take a look at this. I've got 3 problems here. 2 times 7. Remember, times just means groups of.
Really quickly, if you are wanting an even more in-depth view of either level 3 or level 6-5, then be sure to come back to my channel tomorrow. I will be doing a flip through of both levels and any of the corresponding texts that go along with them. Thank you guys so much for joining in on today's video for Saxon 3 and Saxon 6-5 and a review of Nicole, the math lady. Thank you to Christy from One Blessed Mess for collaborating with me today. This was so much fun and I'm so excited that we found this resource and something that really works for us and our family. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. It really helps out channels like mine. And if you don't want to miss a video that I put up, be sure to hit the notification bell right down there. All right, you guys, until next time, bye.